Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our test server, and that is right guys, the Pure Gold Isle of Gold is returned. Now this is an event that a lot of players love. There are a lot of players that absolutely do hate this event. You can see guys, the layout of this is a little bit different. We have different fortifications. Now they said that you could actually play this a couple different ways. Invincible, Fortress, Inactive reinforces the resource buildings level +5. Very strong there. We have the Turf of Thorns, fills the territory with thorns. Every move made by an invader is -1 morale. And then of course we have the Viral Curse. Curses invaders, each stone tablet that they step on, morale -1. So both of these are actually the invader morale -1. And then of this one, of course, is going to be reinforcing the resource building. So I'm hoping that they give us a little bit more resources in here. Overall, guys, this has been kind of the most disappointing part within this system that they had. First time we did this, they gave us an incredible amount of resources. Everyone loved it. Then they redid it a second time. They made it all about pillaging. And then they tried to kind of even it out. It didn't make a lot of sense. Overall, you can see here, right here, guys, we start with 5. On a successful pillage, each morale point will increase pillage resources by 15%. Now that is a lot to go ahead and increase that pillage percent. Looking in here at our loot, we have our regular 7 levels. We do have the Stargazer Scrolls down there. And then of course, this will show us our total resources we produced as well as what we pillaged. Short of these, not sure exactly what we're gonna get for buildings. Let's take a look, guys, and what we got. So we got the mines, we got the labyrinth, EXP, poke coins, guild, and diamond. So those do remain the same. Defensive buildings, we have 2 stone towers. We usually had 3. Well, there's the third one. They just didn't put them in order. 1, 2, 3 temples out of there, and then 1, 2, 3 flowers, as well as the blessing of a specific hero. Now this one, guys, is really, really powerful. For each point of morale, pillage looted +1, and during battles, +2 morale for each blessed hero deployed. And then of course, +3 for there. If you're using a very specific hero, the only thing is there are some stones that do not allow you to run certain heroes. So this could be really good if you're doing the pillaging aspect, guys. The Fountain of Blessing is super, super important. And it looks like here we do get 4 resource buildings. So overall, this is going to be interesting because when you're trying to do the resource accumulation for the 2 new dimensional heroes that are up, Labyrinth coins, this could be a pretty good way to get some Labyrinth coins. Also poke coins if you're looking to build up some furniture. Guild exchange. Overall, guys, diamonds don't really seem to be a really, really big income source for diamonds. So a lot of players will go for the build. So what I would do, guys, Essence Mine would be an absolute priority, guys. This is one of the most difficult things to get within AFK Arena. Now, once you drop your mine, you do want to garrison your heroes in here. So if you do get pillaged, you're going to go ahead and be able to block or defend the resources that you have in there. Not sure at what level they will actually give us these bonus. Now, in the past, a lot of players have just went with this, guys, slowing the pillagers' movement. So essentially, most players put the resource buildings right towards the end of the formations, meaning that you're not going to be able to make it there. You're going to lose a lot of movement. Some of these we played kind of an aggressive role in here, and a lot of these they do limit with how many you can have. Right here, guys, like the prayer flower cannot stack the effects in there, and then I believe I think the other flower, maybe it is this one, guys, same, cannot stack. So they kept that a lot. Very similar with the buildings, again, that we've kind of seen in the past. Reducing the morale. These have not been super effective. So I'm going to go, you know what, on the test server, I'm going to go with our regular kind of 3 build. So essentially what we did in here is we want to get resources. We want to get this production starting as soon as possible. I'm going to go with Essence for levels. I'm going to go with Pole Coins to build up my heroes, and then probably EXP the same. So I'm going to do just a really strong focus on levels, on the levels for my heroes. So we're going to go again, EXP, I'm going to go with Essence, I'm going to go with Pole Coins. Labyrinth, again, with the ability to run the Dismal Maze, does make it incredibly easy to get these. You do get quite a few an hour. And again, I'm hoping these resources are going to make a big difference. You only get 11 diamonds an hour, guys. That's really not much whatsoever. But again, we're going to have to see exactly what is going to be worth it. Guild exchange, guild coins are something you get every single day, guys. Again, diamonds, I know over time they will add up a little bit, but I'm really torn between the Labyrinth exchange because, again, we have those dimensional heroes coming. The Labyrinth exchange could actually help out significantly. So once I have all 4 of my resource buildings, as you see, I have them prepped. Now I just have to build defensive buildings. I went with the Tablet of Death. We're going to go with the Enmity Stone. This energy tower actually works pretty well to raise buildings, but essentially when you start getting further, this doesn't have a huge impact. The Fountain of Blessing is the best, honestly, the best building that you can build. You want to level this up, guys, as soon as possible because of the pillaging aspect that we have within this game mode, making it incredibly, incredibly easy. So I'm going to go, again, some of the towers like these, I don't see in built very much. I usually don't see any players build them. And even when it comes to the energy tower, I usually only see 1 or 2. It's kind of a mix between either the stones or the flowers, depending on what you're going to do. Again, I'm going to build my stones, guys. We have a red stone, we have a green stone, which means the next building is going to be our purple stone. And then I'm going to continue that rotation. Because we're on the test server, guys, I'm not going to really pillage that much. I know even here the pillage is not going to be a huge priority, but we can still build all 3 of our flowers like we've seen in the past. Again, to get kind of a well-rounded base, I would say. So here we'll go ahead, we'll build a crimson flower. And again, because these cannot stack, now the abilities do not stack within the flowers, but the stats do. And what I mean by that is when you look at the flower, guys, right here, it does give this attack rating bonus. Even though this dice roll does not stack, this attack rating will. So if I do have multiple flowers, it will go ahead and stack, and you will be able to actually level that up, making it a much higher, stronger attack flower. But again, most of these, you're just going to kind of go with the basic build. I want to see the impact of what we have in the middle. I want to see what this middle piece, I'm not sure at what point do we unlock it, but I definitely want to see exactly the impact. So that takes our Moriel to 6 because we went up to level 1 right there. I'm going to go ahead, continue leveling up my Essence Mine. Boom, there we go. We got a free level on a flower, plus we got a level there. When this releases, guys, you have to go ahead, hop in there really quick, drop your, I'm going to go with an energy tower, do your rolls. As you can see, guys, it starts the cooldown for the rolls. You definitely want to continue going through and building out these rolls. And I think they give us enough to maybe level up. We might be able to get to level 2 to actually start pillaging to get in here. So definitely a couple little updates in here. Doesn't seem like anything too major. Again, I'm thinking kind of in comparison to what we seen last time. Not a huge increase to the production rating, which is what I know a lot of people absolutely wanted to see, was a production rating increase essentially on the buildings that we have. But again, unfortunately, we are not seeing that. See, it gives you a loss reduction, but it doesn't increase the production rating. And that is, again, really what we did want to see, was an increase to the production rating in here. Would have been awesome. It would have been a really cool aspect to put in here. Again, Fountain of Blessing. Hopefully we can roll. I was hoping a 1. So here we go, guys. Level 5 building. Boom. We get our first one right there. That unlocks pillaging. I thought when we were done, so we went through our 30 guys, that unlocked the pillaging. We can go ahead and put teams in here. We can also rearrange now that we've went through all of our roles here. We can rearrange. So again, the way that some players have done this is just kind of went with the musical formation, essentially, building out all of these, putting the resources actually down in this area, in the back end of essentially players trying to get through this part is what we've been looking at. We can even move this one here, swap this one here. So I would actually put another tower right here, similar to this one. So we actually have the double buff from the land. So this will actually buff these two and this one. And then right here, another tower would buff these two and this one. But it's going to take a little while to go ahead and build these up, guys. Again, when you get in here, when you first start building these out, make sure that you are putting heroes in here. So you're going to put a garrison force in here. A lot of times members put Ainz, Albedo, a solid combination. These are really PvP specs. We can use our pets in here, which is very cool to see. So the pets we can drop in here. Again, PvP formations are going to be the biggest priority in here that you really want to focus on. This is a pretty tough team to beat PvP-wise. Don't get any artifacts in here, but there we go. So we get our shield. You can see it right there when you have a shielded target. Even when you go into Pillage, guys, we'll have to see. So shielded, shielded, shielded. So they have a pretty good defense in here for newbie. And there's actually a newbie in here, but look at that. We start right off at Pillage in the very beginning. Again, looking here, we get 105%, which is what we wanted to. Triumph, enhanced attack, and then, of course, a couple attack. Those are for the flowers that we built. That is the reason, guys, why we built those flowers early, is you do get a lot of damage in there. Now, one thing to remember, guys, is if you do go in here, when you do, if you fight 2 battles at the same time, you will not have the opportunity to use the same team. So you'll be limited. Since I'm only fighting 1 battle here, I can actually use this team in the next formation. And I would highly, highly recommend building these. So look at this, guys. 105% bonus. We got 568. Pillaging, of course, bumped us up that extra 100.5 or 105%. So we get 597 out of the second one. Very, very solid loot out of there, guys. That was awesome to see. This one, a little bit tougher combination here. We do have Athalia. And again, set up your formations, guys. If not, you're going to have to build these every time. It is such a pain in the butt to have to build these formations every time. Go ahead and we'll put our pet in there. And I'm actually going to swap these two. That way Athalia comes over. Or Athalia comes over. And then we do have Cecilia coming over as well. There we go. Arthur can hold Warwick, no problem. Of course, we got Flora up here, just raining damage. But pretty easy to get through. Early game Pillaging, incredibly easy. As you get stronger, so as these buildings actually get a considerable amount stronger, hard to get through. Some of these can actually be pretty difficult to get through. And even there, guys, we overshot that one. So now we want big rolls trying to get back here. And now we have to fight Ainz ourselves. And they did put the Dreary Ball in here. So we'll pop in our pet. I'm going to see if Ainz versus Ainz is going to work within this formation. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a better cast. Doesn't seem like a super strong team. But we do have some bonus attack in here. And I think his Ainz was a little bit stronger than ours was. So pretty much it's a race to see who ults first. And there we go, guys. We got it. It was an alt to an alt right in there. But again, guys, 44 diamonds give us 47 diamonds. Even at a bonus, guys, 90 diamonds is 91 diamonds. Pretty decent. But overall, I mean, you could definitely pick up the diamonds, but I like getting the resources, guys. If I can gain more levels in here, absolutely. So then looking at the resource overview that we got, we didn't collect any resources, but these are the pillage resources, which we absolutely just want to collect as we go through here, guys. I'm going to take a while for our resource buildings to go ahead and build them up. So Isle of Gold, guys, this is really the big thing. It looks like level maybe 6 and 15. It's showing here. It looks like it's not really displaying correctly. And I'm not sure in here if it'll show exactly what it does. Or if we can, it doesn't show. When I'm sure we unlock this part, I'm not sure if it unlocks all together. I'm not sure if there's different ones, if there's probably one, I'm assuming in here that you have to pick for the fortification, but reinforced resource buildings level +5. That's pretty big. That is a pretty big buff. I'm not sure, again, if you get it at a certain level or if you can actually activate all 3 of those. But guys, that'll do it for the Isle of Gold. Free loot out of here, just like we've always seen before from a lot of events. Once you get this set, you pretty much just run it. Again, a lot of players run with this inertia stone and actually just run these the whole time because of the dice rolls. But there's a different strategy for every single player. So let me know down below if you played the Isle of Gold before, exactly what your strategy is within here. And as always, thank you guys for watching.